Well, since it's a dry day here and it's not raining, I thought I'd do a tour of the homestead. Erica did a video. I was trimming some briars. This is kind of the workhorse of the farm. It's pretty handy. John Deere 955. It's a 33 horse tractor. 4-wheel drive. Works really slick. So this is the old milking parlor. When we first came here, it had briars growing up literally into the eaves. So I came in and cleared them all out with the flail. The plan is strip all the tin off, sheet it, wrap it, insulate it, and make it a shop for tools. Here's the other tractor we just picked up. I think it's a 1975, 76 Farmall Hydro 70. It's about an 80 horse tractor. Got the quick detach bucket. Over here is home for me. While I'm staying here, it's a 1986 Holiday Rambler that I've dumped way too much time and money into. Put the cargo doors under it. This was all before I knew I was going to live in it. Glad I did it. 10-gallon tanks, turnbuckles, dual batteries. Lifted it 6 inches. New tires, new awning. Put an AC unit up top. I don't know if you can see it. Resealed it. New bed inside, full queen. Unlike my neighbor Troy, I don't need a refrigerator. I just use Mother Nature for my beer. There you go, Troy. Let's see, back here, getting sidetracked. Back to the milking parlor. So there's around the back. Kind of neat. You could never put this building back where it currently is because it's too close to the creek. So that's one of the reasons why I want to save it. That creek comes in, big culvert up there, 2-foot culvert. Comes in, makes the sweep right here. Down there, I just cleaned that this morning, backing up my electrical ditch. So now she's flowing good. There's 2-foot culvert underneath that road. This goes up to the upper pasture. So I'll take you guys up there. Maybe this video, maybe another video. So this would be the lower pasture. I call what we're walking on now the house bench. Kind of rises up. There's a pond down in here, and I just found a spring right here at the tip of the tree line there. That's probably maybe a 6-inch hole coming out of the ground. It's got a pretty good clip. So we're thinking, you can see the highway down there. We're thinking we're going to plant some privacy hedge eventually along that frontage road. So that's the lower pasture. I did another video on the house. It's tucked back in the trees. Yeah, you can't really see it. it would be right there. You can kind of see it. Anyways, we're thinking that we'll probably put the house right in front of my pickup. Right where that big pile, I'm finding out this was their burn pile as I've dug into it. So right in that green circle may be where our house sits. It's kind of a good location, overlooking the pasture, lower pasture anyways, and then we'll have the orchard back here to utilize. We'll plant some privacy trees along here to block that out too. So anyways, back to the milking parlor. So they dug this ditch in here. I'm not quite sure, but I'm wondering, this is another angle. The creek is right along the blackberry briars back here. Let's see if my boots are tall enough so you can see it coming in to this drainage ditch. I don't think the drainage ditch is necessary. Is what I'm wondering is if they used it to backfill to water cattle, or if they blocked it off and flooded it to clean out this milking parlor. So here's the inside. I plan on rebuilding this from the inside out. There's some dry rotted boards in here. I may scissor truss it. This post right in front of us will go away. I don't know really what they had going here, but all of that's going to go away. I've been utilizing it for the tools I'm dragging over. Looks like a mess. Maybe I should tidy that up. So back here in the back, there's a trough. So I'm wondering if they flooded it. I put a box in here. I was trying to keep a puppy in. I'm wondering if they flooded this thing to clean it out via this trough. Maybe you guys know or have an idea as to what they did. But in the back here, I've got two insulated garage doors, 12 feet wide, 12 feet tall. So there will be a throughway so we can come in or out here, and then that slide door will go away. It's about 30 by 40, give or take, in size. I poked around, and the concrete appears to be 8 inches to a foot thick. So that's pretty low. There's a crack down the middle, but I could live with that. It'll definitely support a hoist. So that's the milking parlor and the plans for it. And then back here along this creek, I've had this idea for a water wheel. I've got a pretty good size metal tractor wheel with some grain scoops. I was going to weld on it off an old chain driven grain mill conveyor, and I wanted to make it into a water powered spit. So that'll be the spot. Someday we'll make a video of that. After the house, after the fencing. Yeah, nothing's fenced here, so. Well, there's some fencing, but we'll be doing that. Probably miles of it. Well, let me get the Cushman emptied out. We'll run up top, check out the upper pasture. I haven't been up there in a while. Hang tight. All right, Cushman started reluctantly. Hasn't been started in a while. Weed eater out of the way. See if the creek's flowing any better. Cleared it out. It's all stopped up. This stuff here, it's too deep for my boots, so kind of made a landing out of the garbage that was in the way and stood on that and cleared it out. Be paying more attention to that when the water goes down a little bit. Get it cleared out. They kind of mounded a big pile of dirt, and now there's briars in it, but that needs to go away so I can get down in there and access it and clear it out. Well, I haven't been up to there's the garage doors, thanks Trevor. Conduit. Alright, we'll see if we can get a run at this thing, and this old girl will go up it. So here's the upper pasture. It might be bigger than the lower. It's planted in winter wheat right now. We'll come up here and kind of like this view. This would be a cool spot for a house up here, but I don't think I could afford the power to pull it up here, but pretty neat spot. We'll see if we can run. This upper pasture goes a long ways up over that rise. We'll see if we can get yeah, most of these limbs weren't here. The ice storm that we just had here knocked some stuff down. I'm trying to stay off the wheat. Down in here, we might be able to see it. It's been filling up. There we go. We can kind of see some of it. There's that creek. I'm not sure. There's the creek running through there. Somewhere down in there's a pond where that spring comes in. I'm not sure if I can see it from here. I'm gonna clear all that out. There's the creek again. Can't really get my bearings from up here to what I'm looking at down there, but anyways, here we're getting into the back. Yeah, this back field just seems like it goes forever. It's not super wide. Up there's the railroad tracks. Right in in the timber there. I think I've heard the train go by once. Yeah, now we're coming into the back of this upper field. So we have to fence this. Probably be running our cows up here during the winter. If that lower field can't take it. Had a big tree come down here. Well, not real big, but that's new since the last time I was up here. So it goes, there's two creeks up in this back area. Supposedly, according to the family lore, there is a Indian burial ground back here somewhere, and they used to dig. The Indians dug tunnels back there to hide from the cavalry. So kind of cool. I'm not sure how far our property goes back in there, but it goes back in there quite a little ways. But as you can see, until I get in there with the flail, for me it doesn't go back in there very far right now. That'll be another thing to do someday on the someday list. Lots to do here. Anyways, head back down to the bottom to the spring, check it out, see if we can see the pond. Alright, well here's the spring. It's kind of odd, it's not coming out of the side of a hill, just coming right at the edge of the tree line where I pointed out earlier. It's coming down here, kind of. There's actually a lot of water coming out of that thing, so we'll probably try to utilize that. Back in here, I believe it's going down and filling up a pond. It's just such a mess back there right now. But I can't quite see it. There'll be a future video on that when I get it cleared out. Yeah, it's really tough. I'm not sure if it's just making a new creek, but in any event, if there's not a pond there yet, there will be. It's a great spot for us to not have to water the cows, and maybe throw a bass or two in there. I have fishing issues. But that's kind of the general idea. Yeah, we're starting to get some water. Oh no, that's ice. We'll fence all that, kind of give you a layout. You can see the house, camper, milking parlor. So this is down, back down in the lower field. Looks like I've got some branches to clean up for Troy's path over to the shop to come over and BS and have beers. You're welcome, Troy. All right, thanks for tuning in.